It's very difficult to talk about the best comfort food and not bring up fried chicken. The Southern powerhouse is the mascot of delicious meals and has been the king of fried foods for decades. Its crispy exterior is combined with a juicy and flavorful center, and when taking a bite, it creates a tasty and mouth-watering experience that is truly unforgettable. So by the end of today's video, you'll know how to make two different versions of delicious fried chicken. One being a classic crispy fried chicken and the second being a spicy fried chicken for those who like a little bit of extra heat. But no matter which one you choose to make, I promise both will be amazing for lunch, dinner, or a snack if your back is big. So grab your taste buds, prepare your appetite, and strap in as we embark on this culinary fried chicken journey. The basis of good fried chicken are dependent upon three major components. Those are your specific marinade, your seasonings, and your cut of chicken. It's important to use bone-in chicken when making classic fried chicken because, believe it or not, bone-in chicken offers a bunch of flavor compared to boneless white meat chicken. And the best chicken to use in this scenario are drums and flats, which are technically the same part of the chicken. People just split them in two to make it seem like it's more, but I digress. You want to start by thoroughly washing your chicken. This can be done in a cold water bath with salt, white vinegar, and a lime that is used to scrub your chicken to remove any excess feathers or impurities from your chicken.
Now, it's totally optional, but I definitely recommend it.
Once everything has a thorough bath, we're going to separate our chicken into two different groups to prepare it for our next stage, and that is spicy and conventional. That just means regular for the people who don't know. At the base of any good marinade for fried chicken, it's one god-tier ingredient, and that is buttermilk. Buttermilk is so important in our marinade because one of the key components is vinegar, and the acidity from that helps to tenderize the chicken when marinated over long periods of time.
I can guarantee you didn't know that. The more y'all know.
Our first marinade is going to be our conventional fried chicken, the OG, the classic, the king of southern fried foods. To a bowl, you want to add in 2 cups of buttermilk, have a cup of pickle juice, and then give this a big mix. The vinegar combined with the buttermilk really helps to tenderize the chicken to give it a crispy outside while also giving us a soft and juicy center. Once mixed, place your first batch of chicken into the marinade, cover it in plastic wrap, and then place it in the fridge for no less than 2 hours. To a second bowl, it's time to work on that spicy, that hot, that chicken with a little bit of extra kick. For the spicy marinade, you want to grab a separate bowl and add in 1 cup of buttermilk, half a cup of pickle juice, and 1/3 cup of hot sauce. Give this a big stir with a whisk and drop your second batch of chicken right in. The vinegar from the buttermilk and the pickle juice will break down the chicken and help tenderize it again. But that hot sauce, that hot sauce will help it add that extra spicy special kick. Once added, you want to wrap the top in plastic wrap, and just like the first batch, you want to make sure to marinate no less than 1 hour.
Ideally, this is a step you want to do overnight, but if not, ideally you want to do it no less than 2 hours.
While the chickens are resting in our marinade, let's move on to our last, most important component. And that is our seasoning. The seasoning will be different for each batch because we have 2 different types of chicken we're making again, and of course those are conventional and spicy. The first seasoning will be conventional. To a bowl, you want to add in 2 cups of flour and give this a mix to make sure there's no excess clumps. To enhance the crispiness of our chicken, you want to add in half a cup of cornstarch, and once again give this a big mix. To season our dredge, it's really simple. To that same bowl, you want to add in 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, and 2 tablespoons of Sazon or Cajun seasoning, and give this one, you guessed it, big mix. Let the seasoning combine and become one. You should see the dredge lightly become tan, and when at this step, you know your chicken will be amazing. Lastly, you want to add in a few pinches of salt and a few grinds of freshly cracked pepper, and give this one last mix.
The next thing to do is taste your flour. Now, mind you, I know it sounds weird, and it's definitely weird as hell, but I promise you, if it's good now, it'll be good then, and the final product will be amazing. So definitely taste your flour.
Now set this to the side, and it's time to work on our spicy, crispy chicken seasoning. Grab another bowl. That's a lot of bowls, I know. Similar to our conventional crispy fried chicken method, you will also add in 2 cups of flour and a half a cup of cornstarch, and then give this a big mix. But that's quite literally the only thing that's the same for this chicken. To add in some kick, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, and yes, make sure it's smoked, 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning, and give this one big mix. You should see the flour turning into perfect spicy and deep red coloring, and you know at this stage you'll definitely feel that kick when taking a bite. Once mixed, you want to add in a few more seasonings. To the bowl, you want to add in 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Usually I recommend fresh garlic, but we need dry garlic for this, which sucks because I really love fresh ingredients. 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of cayenne chili powder, a few pinches of salt, and a few grounds of freshly cracked black pepper, and give this one generous last mix. Set this aside as we prepare to do our 2 final steps, which are frying and combining our chicken. Take your marinated chickens from the refrigerator out and both of our dredges from earlier and bring them back to your working station. We're going to work on our conventional fried chicken first. Take your chicken straight from the marinade, and you want to drain any excess marinade off the chicken and then combine that with our seasoned dredge from earlier. You want to really make sure that the dredge is in every crack and crevice of the chicken, so squeeze that chicken to make sure they become one with each other. Repeat the process for each piece of chicken and make sure to place them on the drying rack to help them release any excess flour or marinade that will roll right off. Once your combine is done, it's time to make our amazing crispy fried chicken. To a Dutch oven or cast iron skillet, you want to add in enough oil to submerge our chicken. Bring the oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and once there, it's time to cook, or fry our chicken in this case.
You know your oil is ready when it begins to ripple like a wave and is very wet in the pan. Well, not technically it's already wet, but fuck it.
Place your chicken in the pot and lay them away from you, assuring you don't have oil splash back up on you. It's important to not overcrowd the pan as well in this step. Overcrowding the pan affects the temperature in the pot, ultimately dropping the temperature of the oil, so if you need to do 2 different styles of frying or batches, please do just that. During the frying, you should see your chicken begin to develop that perfect golden brown crust. The oil should be moving effortlessly in the pot, and those beautiful bubbles should be coating all parts of our chicken. The cook time for our chicken should be 10 to 15 minutes or until it reaches 165 degrees internal and has that perfect golden brown crust we really love. But before you dive right in, we have to make our delicious spicy fried chicken. So let's take a couple steps back and get ready to make our chicken that packs a little bit more heat. Bring your spicy marinade and spicy dredge back to the forefront of your cooking station, and it's time to make things spicy. Take your chicken from the marinade, make sure to drain off any excess marinade from the chicken, and combine it with our dredge from earlier. Once all your pieces are combined, you want to once again place them on a drying rack to make sure any excess just falls right off.
It's literally the same thing we just did, but with more spice.
Once your combine is done, it's time to make our amazing spicy fried chicken. Because our oil is already a temp from our previous fryer, all we have to do is add in our chicken right on in. Using the same method as before, make sure when you're laying your chicken in the pot, you're laying it against you to ensure you don't burn yourself and no excess oil splashes up. During the frying, you should see your chicken begin to develop that perfect golden brown crust we know and love. You will see a difference in the redness of the crust this time around. Those excess seasonings will bring us some spice, more color, and for those who love heat, it will bring us more heat as well. The cook time for our chicken should be 10 to 15 minutes or until it reaches 165 degrees internal. And once there, take it off, place it on a drying rack like we did with our crispy fried chicken, and it's time to indulge in our masterpieces that we just made. And as easy as ever, we have made 2 different versions of a classic southern inspired meal. Our classic crispy fried chicken offers a ton of flavor, pure authentic taste, and is crispy enough to leave you wanting another piece. And while our crispy chicken is also delicious, we also made a more spicy, crispy fried chicken. The chicken gives us a bit of kick, an amazing spice, and a small batch of heat for ones who love a little bit of extra spice in their life. Until next time, I hope you enjoy your dinner from Chase Andy. Don't forget to click the subscribe button in the menu below. and click to my right in about 5 seconds for many more videos you really will enjoy.